Hey, welcome to Danny PTV. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about basic bookkeeping. I'm Danielle Phelps from phelpsmarketing.com, and I help aspiring and new entrepreneurs to create a thriving business now by monetizing a lifestyle that you love. Today we're talking about basic bookkeeping, and I want to keep this simple because bookkeeping does not have to be hard. But so often in my business, I get aspiring and new entrepreneurs who have the question of, oh my gosh, how do I take care of my taxes? What do I got to do? How do I prepare? How do I know what to deduct? How do I know what to keep up with? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today, and I want to keep this super simple. There are a lot of things out there. There are a lot of trainings out there that give you in-depth information, and it can really be over your head if you're a new entrepreneur. But what I want you to know is the basics of bookkeeping is this. If you know how your bank account sends you a statement every single month, and it has every transaction that has occurred for your bank account. It has your deposits, it has your withdrawals, it has any transfers that you might have done between your checking and your savings and things like that. Well, that is exactly what bookkeeping is for your business. You are keeping a running list of everything that's going on in your business. That's what bookkeeping is. You are simply keeping a neat, organized list of every transaction that goes on in your business. So for today's training, I want to keep this very simple. On our blog post, you can learn the terminology and different reports and things that you can print from bigger software and things like that. But for the purpose of this training, I really just want to give you the basics of what needs to take place in your business to keep up with your transactions and really keep your books going, so that at the end of the year, all you got to do is print and take to your tax provider, and they can really help you and assist you the best that they possibly can, okay? So I'm not giving any actual tax advice today, but the resources that I'm giving you here are all going to be beneficial in organizing for what you are doing. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you this Excel workbook I created for my husband and my businesses whenever we were just starting out. Now we use bigger accounting softwares because our businesses have grown. And if you are just starting out, something simple like this is probably going to be most effective, just for the simple fact that you're probably not going to have a lot going on, especially if you're a network marketer or you're a service provider and just working with people virtually and things like that, depending on what you're doing. But if you only have one or two services that you're providing, then it's going to be, or a couple of products, then it's going to be really easy to use this workbook and to really create a organized list of transactions in your business. So let's go ahead and take a look at this so you can see what I'm talking about. So down here at the bottom, you have mileage, income, expenses, yearly numbers. Let's just take a look at this mileage one. So obviously, I've got to put the disclaimer that you really need to talk to your tax professional to be able to really get the categories right for what's right for your business, because it all depends on your own business structure of how you're running your business and what you're doing in your business in order to know how to do your bookkeeping. But for general purposes here, if you're driving in your business and you're having to go pick up things from the post office, or you're having to go pick up office supplies, any of those things, you can calculate that mileage, keep up with that mileage, and that can be taken off as a deduction for your taxes. Income. Obviously, this is a no-brainer. You want to keep up with all the income that is coming in for your business, everything that you make an income on. So you'll want to put the date that you're paid. You're going to want to put the payment of what it's for. You're going to put the customer. You're going to put the account of where it's going to, okay? So a lot of times we have multiple accounts. We have a cash box maybe, we have a checking account, we have a savings account. We need to keep up with where our money's going and where that money is at. And that's how you will do that, by just simply putting in what account it's going in. Your expenses, same thing. Definitely talk with a tax professional here, because this is going to vary person by person, business by business, because you're going to need the categories set up to pertain to your business so that your tax professional can deduct things where it needs to be deducted on your tax forms. But the main gist of this is to figure out categories for your business, where it's going, what's taking place in your business. So you'll put the date, the description of the expense. So is this going to your rent? Is this going to your lights? Is this going to materials to create your products? Is this going to, what is the expense for? Office supplies? Are you traveling and going to a convention? What's going on? Is this for giveaways for your business? Most of these things, is it a fee? Is it a monthly fee from where you're running your system and have to pay a monthly or yearly fee for your business? Like, what is the expense? And then you will put the category legend, so that way this form can calculate it and get your totals for you. You will put the account at which you're paying for this expense. Are you paying out of cash? Are you paying out of your savings account? Are you paying out of your checking account? Where is this money coming from? And then how much is it? The R on this form is for reconcile. So just like you get your monthly bank statement and you have your checking register and you go through and you check off everything that's on there that's on your bank statement, it's the same thing for your business. That's what reconciling in your business is. You take your bank statement, you take your income statement out of your back office. If you're a network marketer, you can take that income statement of where you've been paid, you check off all your incomes to make sure that they've all been reconciled. You make sure that you have all your PayPal income and things like that, all your PayPal transactions, to where they have taken money out for each transaction. Like, you will make sure all of that is where it needs to be on your list, and that you have a full running transaction and everything is reconciled. There's nothing missing, there's nothing duplicated. And if you will take consistent daily, weekly, and monthly actions, then when it's time to file quarterly or yearly, depending on your tax professional's advice, then you have everything before you. All you got to do is just print out and take it to your tax professional so that they can do the dirty work and get everything into your tax form the way that it needs to be done. This last form is yearly numbers. Yearly numbers, what happens here is this is just a basic overview of what's going on in your business. This really helps you to see what you need to be doing in your business to scale and to grow, how much income you have coming in, how much expenses you've got going out. Does one outweigh the other? Are you doing good? Are you doing bad? Do you have the opportunity to give more? Is your group and community growing the way that it needs to be in order to really make your business thrive? How much, you could even put ads on here, your ad spend and things like that, so you can really get the totals of what's going on in your business. Keeping up with the numbers of your business will really help your business to thrive. And when you keep up with all this stuff, it really helps you to stay organized and and it really allows you to just be able to print things out at the end of the year, at the end of the quarter, and do what you need to do without having to second guess and think, is this correct? Or I've got to scramble and get everything together, right? If you'll take the actions to do what needs to be done on a consistent, regular basis, then at the end of the year, it's easy peasy, print and go, and you don't have to have a second thought about it. So if you have questions, please go to phelpsmarketing.com and go to the contact form at the bottom of the page. Send us a message. We'll be happy to answer your questions if we can. And if you need the resource, be sure and download this so that you can keep up with all this information. So that way your business, you can see exactly what's going on in your business and allow it to grow. And if you're needing more trainings, then we are more than happy to work with you one-on-one, or to be able to just help you on phelpsmarketing.com with our other trainings and things so that you can have a thriving business now. Until next week, we will see you soon.